Oh shit. The bitch got the dog shit beat out of her again, man. Okay, in this episode, man, I ain't gonna lie, the end shocked the hell out of me, but I kind of started getting bored, like towards the middle. Like in the beginning, we see Satsuki. She's talking to the Elite Four, and she's telling them how they're getting ready to go to war. Basically, they say it's a field trip, but it ain't no damn field trip. This whole like in this show, they do like school-based things, but then it's really not what it seems to be like this trip. They get ready to go to war so they can take over more places and start some more schools out there, right? Now check this out. She modified the suits in order to be able to combat the Kamui, and make them stronger. Also, she's modifying the Elite Four's uniform, but theirs require, more attention because they're 3-star Goku uniforms. So they need a little bit more time to get this stuff ready. Now, I can imagine them being strong as shit. Because they was, what you call them, especially the dude, the bamboo swords, whatever the fuck he was using, them shits was he was strong as hell. Like, god damn. So they're gonna be even strong. That shit gonna be crazy. Now, Satsuki, in the and guess what? When they showed the little army or students in these clubs, it was all the same person. Like every last student was the same. Like if you look at it, they all look exactly the same. So anyway, she goes to visit her mom. Now they show her mom and she's talking to these people. I don't know why they were trying to set that up, but her mom got like some kind of weird philosophy, or I think they just do that just to do it. I think that's just part of the comedy of the show. Like it really doesn't play a role, but they just do it just to, you know how they in real movies or shows where they're really trying to say something, they'll set something up like that, but it'll have some meaning to it. This kind of stuff they set up, but it just doesn't make sense. So I'm guessing it's just part of the comedy of things. Like on South Park, you know how like they get ready to do something, the person narrates it like it's a movie, and it really makes no sense, but it's funny just because I think that's what they're doing in this. So anyway, she walks up on the mom, yada yada yada. The mom, congratulates her, you're doing good. I see you got this nice kamu, some shit like that. But she's rubbing all on the girl's titties and whatnot. And she says, "Hey, mom, like, what's this incestuous type of shit that's going on here? Rubbing all up and down the thighs and shit." Something wrong with the mom. I don't know what's wrong with her. But anyway, she went to the mom basically, and you could tell there's some tension going on between the mom and her. So even though from the meeting that they had, it looks like they worked together, and that, the trip or whatever, this takeover or whatever is part of the mom and her thing, and really the mom's on top and she's supposed to be working for her. You could tell by the tension, they both are making moves for their betterment or for their advantage that the other person doesn't know about. You know how you have somebody working with you, but they're really trying to get from under you? I think that's what Satsuki is doing. Like she doesn't want to be under her mom, and eventually she's going to try to take over. It looks like there's too much tension going on between her and the mom. And then also at the end of the meeting, the daughter, she came over to Satsuki. She came over there just to tell her, please keep your henchmen off my grounds, But if there was no tension, why the girls, either the mom sent her, or if she didn't, why didn't she stop the lady? You understand? She said the lady, when she did it all on her own. And then but at the end, when the girl, like after the meeting, the girl says, what you call it? My daughter doesn't want you messing with her. She says, okay, well, I'll do it, under the radar this time, right? And she said, that's what you want anyway. So I think what they did was the mom didn't tell her to do it, but she told her to do it. You understand? Like you know how you have a conversation with somebody and you send them some subliminal messages, and you're just like, you use code and you just basically give them the hint to do it. You don't actually come out and say it, but they know what it means, so they go ahead and handle business. I think that's what she did. You know what I'm saying? She said, don't do it, but then the girl says, I'm going to do it anyway, and she starts smiling like, yeah, that's what I want you to do. You see what I'm saying? She basically sent the girl over there. So anyway, doing this, there's somebody that's supposed to be part of the news, the newspaper committee or some shit. He was trying to spread rumors about the or trying to blow the lid off the school, off that popsicle stand or whatever you want to call it. He was trying to blow the lid off of that, and he meets up with Ryuko, and he told her put Senketsu back on. She said she didn't want to wear it because she went out of control. Now here's one little small thing that kind of was a minor gripe to me. She didn't want to put it back on. I'm like, why? You've been using it all this time. Now I can understand if she says this thing gonna take over me. Why would I want to put it on? That's true. But she understands and she knows full well that it was her, not Senketsu. It wasn't her. The Senketsu, it was her that did that shit. Where Senketsu tried to warn her, and he told her, he said, it wasn't me, it's you. So she's got fair warning. She knows now. But one good thing though is they did clear it up before the end of the episode, because she at the same time she says, I don't know if I can keep myself under control, like like a crackhead. I don't want to do crack, but I might do it today, So anyway, that's probably what was her mentality. She said, you know what, I'll put it on again after that kid convinced her to. He was getting beat up, and he used that to convince her to help because she didn't want to see somebody get hurt. Now, what shocked the hell out of me was I don't think the dude was part of Nudist Beach. I really thought he was part of Nudist Beach, or because he seemed like he was trying to help. So I was thinking he was either part of Nudist Beach or some other entity that was trying to do some help. For some reason, it didn't click. It didn't register that the lady said to go back and fuck with Ryuko. So even with that said, I don't know why. I don't know why it didn't click. It didn't register. But it was the girl. She was in some kind of uniform. She took the shit off, and it was really the girl. Changed the voice and all that. That shit was crazy. She had life fibers everywhere that she was controlling these puppets and with that convinced Ryuko to come back in Senketsu, right? After that, she beat the shit out. She beat the brakes off that bitch. I'm telling you, god damn. Cut the fucking uniform up and left her for dead. Now she was getting ready to well, she ain't leaving for dead, but she was getting ready to. She was getting ready to slice her the hell up. But my girl Satsuki comes in. I think it's more to Satsuki than we meets the eye. Her mom, I think, is fucking evil. And Satsuki's not with that. So I'm believing that maybe Satsuki is not evil but has her own methods of doing her thing, and she's willing to sacrifice. That's what I'm thinking that is. She goes to stop the girl. And Satsuki has full confidence, and she's laughing about now. Even though she lost Ryuko at one point, did she lose to her, or she was getting the ass kicked for a minute? She probably was getting used to her own kamui. She only used it once, so that's a good excuse for why she didn't do as good, even though she's supposed to be this fucking strong. She goes to fight the girl. She said, "Get the fuck out of here! I told you stop playing with me." The girl said, "Okay, I'm gonna leave you alone." Now the Senketsu's on the ground all fucked up, like it's just a bunch of pieces. She used those pieces to make more Goku uniforms. Now these Goku uniforms are gonna be souped up, and they probably gonna be even better suit to fight the Kamui, right? But there's still one piece left of Senketsu, like you see at the end. The teacher runs in after he finds out that the girl was really such and such. He runs in and sees her on the ground, laid the fuck out, but she had that one piece in her hand. That was where it ends. So they get ready to go into war. Oh yeah, my girl Mato or whatever, she's in the war too. That shit was funny as hell. She said she didn't want to get involved because she didn't want to get murdered. Basically, she didn't want to get murdered, but she does want to go sightseeing and whatnot. And did you notice that all the soldiers, every last student is the same? They look all exactly the same. And the girls, the guys that was with Satsuki's mom, her whole squad, they was all the same person. I think that's just part of the comedy. But anyway, I had to digress because I forgot about that part. It really ain't that important, but she's getting ready to go to war. But anyway, back to what I was saying. We leave off with Ryuko fucked up, holding just a piece of Senketsu. Now, this is what I think is going to happen. The end of this episode was real shocking, and I liked it. It was kind of boring, like from the middle point, but they did have a couple reveals, like with the mom. The mom in Satsuki. They're getting ready to go at it. You can tell at some point in time the tension's going to build. They not really don't look like they're working together, but it looks like they really don't want to work together. So that's one good thing. And we see that the school is getting better prepared for people using Kamui. Those was good things. So I'm gonna say this was a good episode overall, but it was kind of boring through the middle part until we got that reveal. It was like, oh shit. So I'm gonna say a 3.5, close to a 4, but 3.5. But anyway, I'm thinking that what they can do is, remember, Senketsu, we've seen plenty of times where it absorbs life fibers. So she can keep absorbed. She can rebuild it if my prediction is right. And it got more than one Banshee and all that kind of shit. It's a special uniform. What I think they're going to do is probably sew it up and just use a piece of it. Think about it. Goku uniforms only have one thread of life fiber anyway. Now, this piece that she got probably got a few life fibers in it itself. So what you do is you sew that into a regular uniform. And it probably ain't going to be full power, but use Senketsu, it's probably going to be like a weaker Senketsu, but use that. You know what I'm saying? So then it won't be at full power, but she'll be able to use that. And what happened is she can go fight the people who have the other pieces of Senketsu in the uniform and fight other people, students, and keep reabsorbing the life fibers and eventually rebuild Senketsu. That's what my prediction is. That's what I think is going to happen. I think that'll work. She had to start from the ground up and get re-experienced somewhat. So I think that'd be a good thing. I think that'd be good for the show. But go ahead and leave your comment. Let me know what you think about this episode, what you think about this review. Like the video, fuck the dumb shit, and subscribe. Anime and manga means more butt naked high school girls. Peace.